Hey, what's going on? It's Dylan. So I had a lot of questions from some friends that were interested in phallo, and so I figured I'd just do a video. It'd be a lot easier, get it out there, could listen to the video. So, when I was younger, I always was like, oh yeah, I want a penis. I thought maybe you could just buy it online, call it a day. Then you get older and you realize, not any prosthetic or packer is ever going to fulfill you're needing a penis. So, first thing I did was I did a lot of research. YouTube, Googled the shit out of it, asked other guys that were on YouTube most of the time. There's a phallo group that we discuss everything. We let it all out. So I did a lot of research, and there's two types of surgeries that you get. There's actually three. So, there's meta, there's ALT, which is your thigh. There's what I had was radioforum phalloplasty, or RFF, and that's the one I did. So, meta is if you're chill with what you have, they release it, and if you want to pee out of it, they lengthen your urethra. There's so many other parts of the meta that you could do. If that is like not what you want, you can do ALT, which is a thigh, less noticeable if you're worried about people noticing it. And then the one I chose, phalloplasty, is your arm. You could do either your left or your right arm. I chose my left. They prefer you to do an arm that you don't use most of the time, but it's pretty much your choice. I do use both my hands, but most of the time I write with my right, so I figured left arm, perfect. So research everything possible, all the negatives, all the positives, and that's what you're pretty much going to choose, because, it's your body, it's your mind, it's everything. ALT, thigh, I think you could do either thigh you want, but I think they take both your thighs, whatever, but you gotta do a skin graft, so they're gonna take the other thigh and cover up the old one, yada yada yada. I'm just going by what I've heard or researched. So they'll do the urethra lengthening, all that sorts. You could also not have that, but you just gotta research it. They'll take a graft from your thigh, on your arm, thigh, whatever. Like penis. It's thicker, supposedly. There's also, they take graft from your buttocks. See, I never researched that, because, so radioforum phalloplasty, whatever arm you want to choose, they'll do that. Take some stuff from your arm, which is that line right there. Make the urethra. Take some stuff. I'll get all that information for you if you need it. I'll redo it, but yes, I'll do that. And then they also take the skin graft from your thigh, which it heals real quick. And they'll use that for a skin graft over your arm. It didn't hurt. It literally, my leg hurt. It felt like I literally skinned my knee on concrete. That exact feeling. That's the best way I could describe it. So they'll make like a tube, wrap it around, make the penis, give you glands, give you like you were circumcised, I'm sure there's other ways you could do it. You don't have to be circumcised. You could look it up. But yeah, so they'll do that. So they'll do that. And they'll make the penis. And you could. So you'll have a catheter in for the first, I guess, 4 weeks. I'm guessing I had it on for about 4 weeks, because they want things to heal pretty good while you're out there, best as possible. When the catheter stays in about that long. Just depends on how you heal. I had actually 2 weeks post-op. I went back in and he looked at it, and we chose to keep my catheter in, because a week post-op, I think he asked me, it might have been 1 or 2 weeks post-op, where he's like, hey, try to pee out of your penis and see what happens. I think it was 2 weeks, 2.5, give or take. So I tried that, and I ended up having a fistula. It was underneath my balls and like on the right testicle part, because they do like almost like a upside down, I guess, peace sign. That's what it looked like. And so I peed out of that part, peed out of a fistula that was located like underneath my testicles. And so he's like, okay, don't do it, keep your catheter in. When I see you in the following Friday, we'll try it when you get here. So my fistula kind of healed, and so I was like, alright, cool. We took out the catheter out of my penis, and the one that was in my stomach, I think. Yeah, there's one like above your pubic bone or whatever, like above your penis. We pulled that out. It didn't hurt. It felt funny, but it was like real quick. And then so yeah, so balls. If you have a lot of like parts, like they were bigger, like my bits, they make that your balls. So if the bigger you are, like the lips, I guess, it's your benefit, because then the balls before the testicular implants are going to be bigger, which is cool. So that worked out. They're decent size. So they make like flap it over or whatever they do, and yeah. So there's going to be another stitch like where your old hole was. They get to stitch that up. Those stitches were in for a minute. Like they didn't like completely evaporate or whatever it happens till maybe a month ago. Like there was one little stitch in there that finally went away, and I had like a little skin that actually just went down. Like I don't know what it was, but it was like really bugging me. It almost felt like a mole or something, but it went down and it's perfect now. And you could feel that area. So no sensations. Like it's actually probably heightened that sensation down there. What else? Yeah. Let's see. You could put questions down there if I'm missing anything. So I guess I should talk about like while I was in the hospital. So while I was in the hospital, I was like super drugged up from whatever they gave me from surgery. It lasted like a week or so. I don't know. It lasted a minute. It wasn't really painful. I mean, the graft for my thigh that they put for my arm, like the skin graft, it literally wasn't really painful. It was like super dry, itchy. I remember it being really itchy. I just... And they dry it up because whatever they put on it, exofoam or something like that. I'll get the information and let you know on the next video. It dries almost like a scab, and it peels off like a scab, and that came off about 2 weeks, so like completely done. Just moisturized it because it was really dry. You gotta prop up your dick like the whole time. Let's see. I cleaned everything. There's actually a video of me cleaning my arm. I did it all by myself, so it's possible, it's doable. Just because I take care of myself when I'm sick. It's just what I've done. You know what hurts, you know what you need, you know. I had orange juice, a lot of vegetables. I did have Hot Pockets because they were simple. Let's see. I used a lot of Medi honey. Put on the wounds, the fistulas especially. Aquaphor. I used a lot of that. Gauze. I fucking went through a shit ton of gauze, so I'll probably start buying them now. I guess I should probably talk about when you... I know it's like a mess, but when you're preparing for surgery, you're going to want to do electrolysis. If you're thinking about it now, you might as well just start it, because it's going to take for fucking ever. I literally... My surgery date got pushed up, so I had to concentrate on where they were going to lengthen my urethra, which is like... I'll show you right now. This middle of your forearm. You want to do all that. Like from the right here, your wrist, to maybe 6 or 7 inches. Whatever. Like, you want to get all this smooth. And I don't even know if I had enough time, but I got it pretty smooth, because when they take hair out, it's likely to grow back, which some of it is. I know from the inside, probably growing back, but probably not a lot. But let's see. Yeah, so get electrolysis. If you're thinking about it, just get it. If you were thinking about it before and you're thinking about it now, and after you do all your research, and depending on if you want radio forearm phalloplasty, get it. I have a really good electrolysis lady that lives out here in North Carolina. If you want it, just ask. I don't know. Just ask me questions. Put it down there. Alright, well, I'm gonna get out of here. Later.